And this, should I read? No, I don't know to read about that. And this writing was written. I mean, you know what? I might want to go back.
Yeah, because they were having a big feast.
They were having a big feast.
They took the Lord's cups and
Yep. The stuff
they,
that was in the temple.
they were drinking in them cups.
Okay, let me read this here. Yeah, you can read up above that, but you know, y'all can do the work yourself. All right, this is Daniel 5:22. And thou his son, which is Nebuchadnezzar's son, Belshazzar, has not humbled thine heart, though thou knewest all this. It says, you know what? Okay,
And one thing about this though, this makes us, go deeper, man.
oh no, I don't mind them.
Yeah, we don't mind this. We like
videos. I mean, against us.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna read 21. The whole chapter is good to read, but I'm not gonna, dwell on it. I'll read the whole chapter. It says 21, right? Daniel 5:21. And he was driven from the sons of men, and his heart was made like the beast. Is that Nebuchadnezzar?
Yeah.
Okay, that's his father. That's his father. That's why I don't
Yeah.
want to go all the way up. All right, I should have known that.
his pops.
But we don't, brother, we don't know everything. It says, and he was driven, because when he saw that, he witnessed this, and he didn't humble himself. Because that's what the scripture is going to say.
Yeah.
It said, like certain people we know. It says, and he was driven from the sons of men, and his heart was made like to the beast, a literal beast. And his dwelling was with the wild asses. And his son is witnessing this whole thing, and Daniel is witnessing this whole thing because he scribed it, he wrote it down. Mm-hmm. They fed him with grass like oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven, till he knew that the Most High power ruled in the kingdom of men, and that he appointeth over it whomsoever he will. So the Most High is saying, look, man, you ain't ruling nothing. And because you think you're a ruler, I'm going to turn you into a beast and make you eat grass. And let you, what he did, group nails and feathers out of his back.
Yeah.
So it wasn't, the Most High didn't make him think, the Most High turned him into a half an animal.
Yeah.
But the guy didn't humble himself, and his son didn't humble himself. And the same thing with this dove right here. They're not going to humble themselves, man.
No.
And this guy, Trump, he's a proud bastard.
Yeah.
And boy, I hope he becomes president.
Yeah.
Boy, I hope that man becomes president, because he's our ticket out of here.
Yeah.
It says, so the Most High is letting him know. He said, okay, I'm going to show you who's on top. I'm going to turn you into an animal. All right? Okay. It says 22. And thou, his son, O Belshazzar, have not humbled thy heart, though thou knewest all this. You knew that your father was turned into a goddamn beast in the field that grew feathers out of his back. And he had the mind of an actual beast. And then you still was proud, you dummy. Which, by the way, was an Assyrian. They were Assyrians. They weren't Cushites. They weren't Cushites. That's why you got to study. Now, the first Babylonian Empire, when you read about, what's his name, Nimrod, they were Cushites. Mm-hmm. These guys were not Cushites. They were Assyrians.
Yeah. Check that out.
Let me see. Okay, 23. But have lifted up thyself against the Lord of heaven, because they knew, all nations ultimately found out about the Lord of heaven. Just like the elite, they don't come out and say, oh, we're watching the Israelites out there, but they know. Right. They watch our videos, the Rothschilds watch our videos, and they're getting reports about us, man.
Yeah.
Don't think for 1 minute that they ain't watching us, man, because we're a spiritual threat to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spiritual. I said spiritual.
Which is worse than the physical.
Which is worse, because We are the ones that's telling you what's going to happen to you, and then the Most High is going to actually act on it. And we're doing it because the Most High set us up to do it. All right? Anytime a society was brought down, the Most High set up his men to condemn the place by way of mouth. All right?
Yeah. Will destroy, what the Apostle Paul said, will destroy with the brightness.
You can get that and hold that.
Yeah. What's that?
Was that
Second Thessalonians?
Second Thessalonians.
Your favorite scripture.
Oh, yeah, one of them. Yeah, definitely. That's a great scripture.
Yeah, correct.
Great chapter. Anyway, it says, but have lifted up thyself against the Lord of heaven, which is Yahweh. So he obviously knew about the supreme Yahweh. I'll say it that way. And they have brought the vessels of his house before thee, and thou and thy lords, your what you call it, your lords, your noblemen, thy wives and thy concubines have drunk wine in them, and thou hast praised the gods of silver and gold and of brass, iron, wood, and stone, which see not, nor hear, nor know. And the power in whose hand thy breath is. In other words, the Most High could take you out like that. And whose are all thy ways have thou not glory. So you didn't glory about the Most High, but you knew about the Most High. It says, 24, then was the part of the hand sent from him, and his writing was written. And this is the writing that was written. Many, tekel, up, her sin. 26. This is the interpretation of the thing. Many, God hath numbered thy kingdom and finished it. Just like Esau. Hold on to that, Job 14. Because this devil can't do nothing to keep us. The very minute that the Most High said, okay, his kingdom going down now, they're going to get another second. They're going to get another minute.
That's right.
The plug.
The plug going to be pulled on you. And that's it.
That's it.
It says this, let me read that again. This is the interpretation of the thing. Many, the Most High have numbered thy kingdom and finished it. Tickle, thou art weighed in the balance and art found wanting, which means undisciplined. Paris, thy kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and Persians. So wait a minute. They didn't destroy that place. They didn't utterly destroy that place, as when you read the book of Isaiah 13 and Isaiah 14 and Jeremiah 50 and Jeremiah 51. They just took the kingdom down. They just went in there, killed this guy, and then they sat up on the throne saying, I'm the new king of Babylon. And the people, they love this guy more than they love Belshazzar. All right? That's why you got to understand that history, man. You got to understand that history. Gots to. It says 29. Then commanded Belshazzar, and they clothed Daniel with scarlet. Why? Because Daniel told them what was going to happen, right? And put a chain of gold about his neck, and made a proclamation concerning him that he should be the third ruler in the kingdom. And it says in the 30th verse, in that night was Belshazzar, the son of Nebuchadnezzar, the king of the Chaldeans, slain. So it wasn't no big takedown where they shot 1,000,001 arrows of fire on it, and then totally wiped the kingdom. Just totally dusted the kingdom off. All right, it didn't happen like that. He knew he was going to go down, and he was slain. He was put to death, and then Cyrus came up into power.
Yep.
All right.
He bowed out gracefully.
He bowed exactly because he knew, when you read about them Roman Caesars. Remember the time of the year the four emperors?
Yeah.
One of them guys committed suicide. Another one just got killed.
Yep.
So it was quick. So reading on. It says, 30 verse again. It says, and that night was Belshazzar, the king of the Chaldeans, slain, and Darius the Mede, it was Darius the Mede, took the kingdom, being about 62 years old. So, that's all I'm gonna read on that.
Con, this
So
is-
now when you read Isaiah 13, you can't compare that to the ancient pagan Babylonian Empire. When you read Isaiah the 14th chapter, you can't compare it to that. When you read Jeremiah, you can't compare it to that. All right, go ahead, y'all got it.
This is Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. This is Psalm 75 and
Oh, I'm sorry, the brother GMS Vegas sit down and put in Happy Shall He Be. That's Psalms 137. You can get that. Matter of fact, you put the scripture down. Psalms 137. You can start from the top
Give me
because it mentions Edom. When you get a chance.
this is the book of Psalms, chapter 137. You want me to start at the top? You said, Apostle Tar?
Yeah, start at the top. Yeah.
Psalms 137 and 1. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yea, we wept when we remembered Zion.
What Babylon is that called?
Come. We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song. And they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, Sing us one of the songs of Zion. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? Can't sing no songs here in America. If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth.
Oh, can I say one thing? Like those guys that Vocab Malone rolled up on. Now you just read, if I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my
Right hand forget her cunning.
my right hand forget her cunning, and that's what happened. Those guys that Vocab Malone rolled up on, they just forgot one of the customs of Jerusalem, or the customs
Well,
of
it
Israel.
wasn't that they forgot it, but they wasn't taught.
They
They were
weren't-
guys
yeah.
that probably heard us or heard other Israelite. Because you got a lot of splinter groups that listen to us and listen to other groups, part of different schools, and they don't know the whole thing because we're coming. We're being born again as a nation.
Yeah,
All right. So
yeah.
if a guy doesn't know what the word Shemai means or the Shema means
Yep.
in Deuteronomy 6 and 4, that doesn't mean that, oh, he's not an Israelite. And like I said in the video, you got Chinese people, 4 and 5 and 10th generation Chinese over here that don't know nothing about the Chinese culture.
That's right.
You got Puerto Ricans that were Dominicans that were born in this country that speak very little Spanish. There's certain customs in the old country, like there's certain customs in Puerto Rico that are different from the Puerto Ricans that live here in New York.
Yep.
Okay, so you're putting your foot in your mouth again once again, vocab.
So
Well,
shut the-
yeah, that's what I meant by forget, because in the past, when you go back in our generations, we knew the Shema, we knew that. But see, through our generations of going into slavery, going into captivity, we forgot. That's why King David said, if I forget thee. And then we did a lesson upon Elder Apostle Tahar's lesson, and we brought out the scripture, Jeremiah the 17th chapter, the 4th verse. Thou shalt discontinue from thine heritage. All right? Because at one time we knew this. Jude, the book of Jude.
So we're getting it back in a process
Exactly,
of time. That's how we learn this, guys.
Exactly.
A guy that came into this thing a year ago is not on the level as a guy that's been in this thing for 7 years.
Exactly.
You know?
Right. So that's the point. So for you to make that comment, vocab, once again, that that's why we do videos with the title Vocab Malone, shut the hell up, or Vocab Malone, you're an asshole. Go ahead, brother.
It says, if I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom.
Whoa, whoa. If I prefer Jerusalem not above my chief joy. The majority of Israelites prefer what? Above
America.
No, well, yeah, Africa.
Africa.
First, starting with Africa, you ask the average Israelite out there, where do you go back to? Oh, I'm African. We African. All right? That's an example of you preferring another country over Jerusalem, which is really where we came from. We came from the land of Jerusalem. All right? That's why in slavery we sang a song, swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I look over the river Jordan. Where's the river Jordan? It ain't in Africa. The river Jordan is in Israel, Jerusalem. All right? Because those people, the slaves, if you will, they were Israelites. All right? They weren't Africans. Okay? Though the so-called white man tries to push that stigma on us, that's not who we are. We're not Africans. We're Israelites. Okay? Hebrew Israelites.
It says, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed.
So that's letting you know right there, the children of Edom is the daughter of Babylon. Because the verse said, read that part of Edom again.
Remember,
I'm sorry, can I say that? That's to just add on to what you're saying, you know me.
Excuse me.
That's how you know it's not talking about the ancient pagan Babylon that was ruled by Nebuchadnezzar and Belshazzar.
That's
There
it.
was only two guys that ruled, him and his father.
Mm-hmm.
That was a 70-year rule, right?
Yeah.
So that lets you know that when you see that come across that word Edom, it's got to be talking about another Babylon.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got to get into the daughter of Babylon, which is in Isaiah the 47th chapter, and the Revelation, in the book, the various chapters of Revelation.
Come. There you go.
It says, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof.
Now, you can make a claim that, and that's in the Apocrypha, that when the ancient pagan Babylonians took us down, Edom was also involved, and Edom said, oh, there goes one, there goes the Israelite, get him.
Yeah.
So Esau's going to pay for what he did going back to around 600 BC or BCE.
Check that out.
You know?
What?
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Got
Oh,
a lot to
daughter-
pay for. Hey, well, that's why it is written of Esau, his iniquity of what? Reached to the heavens. Okay, so much wickedness you have done. Okay?
It said, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. That's talking about the Edomites. So the Most High is calling you the daughter of Babylon.
Right.
Because you had an ancient Babylon, but you had a modern day Babylon. Because from the time that Babylon was established during the time of Nimrod, it ruled all the way up until the very end. You know, when Darius the Mede, who was I believe he was a captain of the guard of Cyrus, went in there and took the Babylonian Empire and gave it to Cyrus.
Yeah.
You know.
Also you're the daughter of Babylon because you took on the customs
Oh, yeah.
of ancient Babylon. All right?
Like Christmas,
Yeah, Christmas goes back to Babylon.
Easter.
Certain symbols that the ancient Babylonians upheld with pride, you took that on. So you're the daughter of Babylon. All right? And the scriptures say, who ought to be destroyed. Meaning, you know what? That reminds me of what the Apostle Paul said. Vessels of wrath fitted for destruction. You're the vessel of wrath, you so-called white people, fitted for destruction. You have to be destroyed, because if you're not destroyed, you're going to destroy everything else. Because you're the destroyer. All right? That's why the earth is in the state that it is in. Because you're ruling, man.
Hey, I got a quick scripture. First of all, it's going to be a quick.
No, bro. I'm just laughing. I'm enjoying it.
Give me Obadiah.
No.
Give me one Obadiah verse 10.
Hey, when the synergy of the Spirit comes, we enjoy it, man. We laugh, man. Because it's so plain and you can feel the energy, man.
Yes.
You devils feel the energy. That's why you got that clown Vocab Malone trying to come up against us. Because you feel within the Spirit, you say, yeah, these guys, man, I hope what they're saying, well, let's try to disprove them. Let's try to, make them look bad. But you can't, man. You got it, brother. Apostle Elder.
No, I told you to get the scripture.
Hold on.
Obadiah.
Obadiah 1 and what was it?
10.
10? Okay. This is Obadiah chapter 1 verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Read it again, please.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Okay, so start from 7. I'm sorry. Start from 7.
Verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at
Go
peace.
to 8, go to 8.
Okay, verse 8. Shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
Everyone.
That's right.
Go ahead.
For
I have to
thy,
steal that from Nate. Everyone. Go ahead.
for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee.
Now, when did that take place? During the time when the Babylonians took us down.
Yeah.
Esau was involved. Go ahead.
It says, and thou shalt be cut off. I'm sorry, I jumped. And thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, and the day that the
The
strangers
strangers were the Chaldees, the Babylonians. Go ahead.
carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them.
Yeah, so you helped the Babylonians, the ancient Babylonians, which, by the way, the king was Assyria. Go ahead.
But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day
Because at
that...
that time you were considered our brother.
Yeah.
But that you're not our brother no more.
Oh, hell
If you go to Amos 1 and 11,
Okay.
somebody get that right quick.
no. Come.
Somebody get that right quick.
Amos,
Go ahead.
Amos chapter 1 verse 11. It says, thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
So you can hey, the Lord's not going to give you no break.
Yeah.
He said no matter what you do, you're still going to get it.
Vessels of wrath fitted.
Vessels of wrath fitted for destruction.
That
And that's
is.
why these guys are working so hard. That's why Vocab and Faithful to the Devil and Dr. James White, the Edomite, and William Bell, the Uncle Tom. That's why they all getting together and they trying to figure out a way to get in this thing. But you ain't going. And we're the vanguard.
Yeah.
We're the guardian, not them other camps.
That's right.
Them other camps is trying to do hip hop videos and
Yeah.
concerts and
Yeah.
go on boating trips.
Picnics.
If you notice, anytime Vocab and them put up a video, right? We counter it, man.
Yeah.
And I'm the main one. As soon as I see the video, I'm jump right on it, man.
That's right. That's right.
You know,
That's
through the
right.
spirit of Yahweh by Shem Shah.
The sentinel.
That's it. The sentinels. Look, y'all gotta look that word up. That's a heavy word.
Come.
It says, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity.
Where you reading from?
Amos 1 and 11.
Okay, go ahead.
It says, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever.
He kept his wrath forever.
Yeah. Never let it
So
go.
all this stuff about, oh, I like Negroes and shit.
It's all bullshit.
You know, that's all bullshit, man.
Right.
Is that it?
It goes back to Jacob and Esau.
That's it.
It says, but I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palaces of Basra.
And that didn't happen yet. That did not happen yet.
Yeah.
You know, James White said that already happened. And Obadiah 1 verse 18, Obadiah 1 verse 18 already took place. It didn't take place. And if he knew that it took place, all you got to do is do a video on it, man.
That's right.
All you got to do is give me the date and the place. That's it.
That's it.
Anyway, I got this scripture right here in the Apocrypha, 1 Ezra 4 verse 45. It says, thou also hast vowed to build up the temple, which the Edomites burned when Judea was made desolate by the Chaldees. Now you can't get around that. You can't get around that. So that proves that Esau was involved in when the Babylonian Empire took us down. All right?
That's it.
Whatever y'all got.
Okay, back in Psalms 137, it says, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones.
Yeah, and that's talking about us. We're gonna be happy. We ain't gonna be sad when we taking your little ones and bashing them against the stones. All right, busting their head wide open. You see the brain matter come out. We ain't gonna be sad. We're gonna be happy. All right, because that's what you deserve. You're the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction. All right.
I mean, I know it's a hard pill to swallow,
Yeah,
but you
it's
gotta
hard.
swallow it.
It's hard.
Swallow it down.
Jeremiah 49 and 10.
Yeah, you shall swallow that. Yeah, that's a cup that you devil's gonna have to drink. We drank. Wait a minute. We drank your cup. We saw your fury. You know, gator babies.
Yeah.
You know, I look at that, man. I cringe, man. The thought of a giant alligator just snapping the head off a little Jake's baby, man. You know, just the thought of that is ooh. And then you see
Well, that's one of many atrocities.
yeah, well, yeah. Well,
And they still talking about BAI and different specials. They still talking about this Columbus thing, man. Going into the doctrine of discovery, man.
yeah, man. You know, Emmett Till. Emmett Till is another example.
Oh, yeah.
You see how he looked before and after? And who did that? So-called white people. And by the way, the people that were involved in that, they got off scot-free. They were never charged. Again, the scriptures call you what? The fugitive from justice. Thou shalt be a fugitive. That's you devils, man. That's why you're trying to stop this, but you can't stop it, man. It's like a freight train.
Yeah, and you can keep putting up your videos, and every time we see your video, we're gonna counter it. Okay.
Jump all over.
So I'm waiting for your response, faithful to the devil.
There's a roach, I think, on here.
Roach.
Okay, well get the roach.
I think
Get that roach.
He's going under the name of GMS Shar Mutbach. Is that it?
No, that's
Well, it could be a
It
clone.
could be the
yeah.
Okay,
What is he saying?
He said, let me see. I see you're guarding the comment tightly today, Tahar. The Masonic info about you and Nate is coming out soon. Stay tuned.
Pop that
They've been saying that for years, man. The Masonic this and the Masonic that. Hold on, let me get rid of him.
You guys need some new material, man.
GMS Shar Mutbach.
Honestly, you guys need
I
some.
just got rid of him. He just got
Yeah,
started.
you need some new material, man. This shit is tired and old and boring, man.
Whack.
Putting our feet to sleep, man.
Okay.
Good.
All right, go ahead. Y'all got it.
Back in Jeremiah 49.
We got 15 minutes to go before we cut this thing short.
Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?
Yeah, that's talking about Esau. You know, you're not going to go unpunished, meaning you're going to, hey, in the book of Nahum it says the Lord shall not at all acquit the wicked. And throughout this lesson we've been proving that you're the wicked. So all your wickedness, you're not going to be acquitted of it. You're going to serve for every last drop of your wickedness, and you're going to serve that in slavery underneath us.
And let me say that somebody put up a comment, Jake Awake, Sentinel, old Italian
Yeah, I was
sentinel,
looking at that.
meaning vigilance
Yep.
to hear
Yeah,
or perceive. And that's us to a T. To a T.
Come. That's right.
It says, thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it.
Yeah, it ain't talking about no actual cup. Drink of it means you're going to be in slavery. And the first ones to be in slavery among you devils, you so-called white people, is your elites. I can pull out a scripture in the book of Isaiah, the 24th chapter, which pinpoints where you're going to be. You're going to be in a pit. All right? All shackled up, all chained up. Psalms 149th chapter.
Well, that, right. I was thinking about Isaiah 24.
Yeah.
Because that's a good one, too. You can't get around it.
You can't get around it, man.
And the Most High got the Spirit on us, man.
Yeah,
The
man.
Most High got the Spirit on us
That's right.
the elite among the elite. Because you got some half-asses in GMS.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yep.
And they gonna get pushed to lukewarm. You're gonna get spewed out.
Mm-hmm.
Keep playing. You better ask the Most High to give you that spirit back.
Yeah, that fire.
This is Isaiah 13:17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children.
Another roach.
That's dealing with the Medes is dealing with
Hand
the
twin.
Russia,
Twins.
and
Let me get him.
the bows is dealing with the nuclear missiles. All right. It says, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, which is dealing with America, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency.
Can I say something on the nuclear missiles? Because earlier, Elder Apostle Charles said, well, that's an assertion, sir. You know, he's playing so-called devil's advocate, because that's what you devils will say. Well, that's an assertion. First of all, in the military, when a nuclear missile is stolen, what's the code name? What's it called? A broken arrow.
Okay.
All right. Now, where did they get that from? They get that from the Bible. The missiles are the modern day arrows.
Yep.
Just like you take and the silo is the modern day bow, man. And the missile comes out the silo, and just like you take an arrow and you put it in the bow and you shoot it, it's the same thing with the same concept. The missile comes out the silo and hits its target.
Nothing new.
All right. That's why it is written. That's right. There's no new thing under the sun. It's just how you say, modernized.
Yep.
Okay.
Technology.
Like back in you had chariots back in the past. You got chariots now. They're called cars. Okay. You got it.
Anyway, you know what? Let's go because we're running on time, and we're gonna finish this street most I will anyway. And this whole subject on this, this Babylon and the difference between the ancient Babylon and this.
Oh, that's
Babylon.
ongoing.
Yeah, that's an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
You know, but thanks to them, they keep us sharp, man.
Yeah.
They let vocab keep pushing out the videos, man. So
Bring it on, baby.
Knock you in the head with these easy scriptures.
Knock you.
Hey, go back to Isaiah 13 and let's read through that quick.
Start at the
Start at the top again. Start at the top.
Isaiah.
And we'll go back to it. Most High will downtown.
Come.
You know?
Isaiah 13:1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my
Those
anger.
are the angels. The sanctified ones are us, the men of the Most High. Go ahead.
Even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people. A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations.
That right there shows you that it's not talking about ancient Babylon. Go ahead.
Gather together, the Lord of hosts mustereth the hosts of the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation, to destroy the whole land.
And that didn't happen. Go ahead.
Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth.
That ain't talking about ancient pagan Babylon.
Nope.
They got the message. The handwriting was on the wall, and that was it. That night he was slain, and then you had the new king sit up on the throne.
They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate.
And that didn't happen. So, faithful to the devil, give me some evidence that, Babylon, ancient Babylon was totally wiped out and became a desert. You can't do it. Go ahead.
Do it.
And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth.